Alright, good morning. Today we're going to be covering training the podium position. So we'd like to teach you how you're going to be, if you're working as a host that day or hostee or hostess, we'll teach you how to deal with the guests, how to seat them. So the first thing, once the guests come in, you want to greet the guests, you want to welcome them to Barron. This is the first impression they're going to get of Barron's restaurant, so we want it to be a good impression. So you want to ask them whether they're going to dine in with us or whether they're going to take to go. In the event they're going to dine in with us, you just ask them how many are they going to be in their party, so you would know how many menus you hand them, and also if we need to set up a larger table, which we don't have already set. If they need to take something to go, then you just point them to Austin, which will be standing right here. So as soon as the guests come in, you greet them, you say good morning, welcome to Barron's restaurant, and as soon as you find out that they're actually going to dine in with us, then at that point you ask how many are in their party. So let's say there are 2 in their party, then you grab 2 menus from here. As soon as you do that, then you figure out who is the next person going to be seated, who's the server. So let's say we figure out today we're going to sit down in section 2, which is Mary. Mary is the server. So as I'm taking them, I'm talking to them, I'm greeting them. I don't want to walk too far away from them, especially if they're elderly and they're not going to be able to keep up with my pace. Although it's a small restaurant, but it's a better courtesy to just talk to them, have small talk. How are you doing today? Is this your first time here? Things like that. So you take them to the table. This is table 22. Once the guests come in, you want to pull a chair for them, for at least one person. Once they're seated, you have them put the seat back, and then if you can, the other person hasn't been seated yet, you can also pull a chair for the other person. So once they're seated, you want to make sure you hand in the menu in their hand, and not just dropping it on the table. Same thing for each guest. Once you do that, you give them the menu in their hand. Just imagine there's someone sitting here and they have the menu in their hand. What you want to do at that point, you want to remove the extra settings that they're not going to be using. So you just go ahead, remove extra settings. And the reason you do this, so the server knows how many guests are going to be on their table. So once they come in, they can greet them and start talking to them, find out how many, what kind of drinks they want, if they want appetizers, things like that. All right, one thing you do not want to do when you take the extra setting is just go, and you put all your hands over the silverware. It just does not look nice. It looks like you're having a bad day, and that's not the standard service that we have here at Barron's. So we want to make sure I'm going to try to set this back, but you want to just want to make sure that you're taking every piece of silverware but one at a time, okay? So, and at the same time, while you're taking the silverware, you can still carry a conversation with the guests, like something, small talk. You can talk about football if it's football season, whatever, small talk, or the weather if it's crazy weather, anything, just so it doesn't have that 30 seconds of awkward silence kind of thing. Alright, so once you've taken all the silverware out of the table, you want to make sure you bring them here. Just again, set them up nicely, put the napkins over here, put the knives with the knives, again, same thing with the forks and spoons with the spoons. Literally, this will take you about 10 seconds, but it makes a whole lot of difference for the rest of us that day.